What is going on, Minnesota Timberwolves fans? It is the Sportsmaster back for another episode of my NBA 2K15 Minnesota Timberwolves franchise. Today the Timberwolves travel on the road to San Antonio to take on the defending champion Spurs. Minnesota enters today's game 7-11, while San Antonio enters the game 12-7. Now both teams' lineups will look a little bit different. Of course, for the Timberwolves, Kevin Garnett still recovering from injury. He is playing in this game but is very limited, not in the starting lineup. That goes to Adrian Payne. KG will get a few minutes but still trying to recover from that ankle injury. And for the Spurs, Tim Duncan is out and will not play in this game. So you see this crowd is getting pumped as Tony Parker makes his way through the team, as we're almost ready for tip-off in San Antonio. It's very much here a battle of youth versus experience. Of course, most players on the Timberwolves very young. Most players on the Spurs not very, wouldn't say old, but they're very experienced. Of course, they have their young stars like Kawhi Leonard, but Minnesota wins the tip-off as we're ready for basketball here in San Antonio. Ricky Rubio with the ball, trying to set up the offense, calls the play. Rubio being guarded by Tony Parker. Looks like a double screen as Rubio. Nice layup, but it misses. Rebound splitter. Tony Parker taking it up. A great matchup we'll be seeing today is Andrew Wiggins and Kawhi Leonard against each other. As you see now, Boris Diaw with the ball. Passes it to Ginobili. There's Wiggins and Leonard. Leonard controlling the ball. Makes his move. 3 seconds to shoot. To Ginobili for three, and it misses. So neither team's possession starts off favorable, but you see here Thiago Splitter with the ball to Tony Parker to Kawhi Leonard throwing it down. The claw getting San Antonio on the board. But now Andrew Wiggins for three, as he says, anything you can do, I can do better. Hitting the three ball there. It is 3-2 Minnesota. Rubio with the ball, getting a pick from Pekovic. Rubio to Wiggins for another three, and it connects. And Andrew Wiggins, the first 6 points for the Timberwolves off of back-to-back threes. It is now 6-4. Fast break, and Ginobili throws it down, and it is all tied up at 6. Now 10-8 San Antonio. Rubio passes it to Martin. Martin for the three, and it is off the board, but Pekovic puts it back, and we're all tied up as 10. San Antonio calls a timeout. Same score, getting a pick from Pekovic. Finds a wide open Martin, and he pulls up, and that is good for a three ball. It is now 13-10 Minnesota. 15-12, a minute to go in the first. Rubio to Gary Neal, the backup player. He came up big in the last episode. He hits a three, and it's an 18-12 ball game. As you see, that gets blocked by Dang. And now they find a wide open Matt Bonner, and he slams it home. Spurs down by 4 now, looking for the fast break, and they find a wide open Patty Mills. And he hits it. And it is now 18-16. See if we can hit our last second shot to end the first. Rubio with the ball, being guarded by Mills. Rubio passes it, catch and shoot. Gary Neal, and it is good. Gary Neal with the catch and shoot to end the quarter. He gets 2, and it is 20-16. As now we go into the second corner looking for the fast break. And Gorgie Dang, he hits the dunk, throwing it down. 22-20. Now they find a wide open Rubio. Doesn't take the shot, but Anthony Bennett does. And he knocks down the three. It is a 5-point advantage, Minnesota. Now you see Joseph with the ball. He pulls up, and that one is good. And that cuts the lead to 2 as Minnesota takes a timeout. 25-23, under 6 minutes to go. Kevin Martin with the three ball, and it is good. And it's back to a 5-point lead for Minnesota. Still 5 points, 30-25. Neal with the ball. Finds Bennett, and Bennett slams it home. Anthony Bennett with the dunk. It's a 7-point Minnesota lead. Minnesota getting off to a hot start. Now a 9-point lead. Neal with the ball. Throws it to Wiggins for three. And it is bounced around, and it is good. It is a 12-point lead. Minnesota. And now Dang, working in the post against Kawhi Leonard. Throws that hook shot up, and it's good. And now 9 seconds to go in the half. 9-point lead Wiggins for 3, and you can put that on the board. It is a 12-point advantage. And that is how it will be at the half. Minnesota comes out strong, 48-36. Now it is halftime, and I will send it over to Doris Burke, who is standing by with the head coach for the San Antonio Spurs, Greg Popovich.
Coach, you're going to have to climb a bit of a hill here in the second half. What are you telling your guys they need to do to turn this thing around?
I think we just moved the ball a little bit. We were just on the dribble a little bit too much, and they've got a lot of pressure out there, so the ball's got to move.
Coach, thanks for the time. Gentlemen, back to you at the table.
All right, Doris.
Coach Pop wanting some ball movement. We'll see if the Spurs can give it to him in the second half, and if it will work to their advantage. We get a look at the Sprint halftime report. It, of course, is 48-36. You see Minnesota, 62% of their threes have fallen to 20% of the Spurs. See if the Spurs can increase their three-point shooting. But as you see, Adrian Payne to start off the second half, getting that 3 to fall. It is a 13-point Timberwolves advantage. And now to Kevin Martin. 3-ball rattles around and it is good. Getting the shooter's roll there. 14-point lead. Tony Parker with the ball, drives past Anthony Bennett, and what a layup there from Tony Parker. We'll see if they can get the comeback rolling. Parker inside the Bellinelli, and another great layup there for the Spurs. Cut it down to a 10-point lead. Spurs trying to make a comeback pick and roll. Anthony Bennett with the ball inside the dang. Out to Rubio. Rubio pulls up for 3, and it is good. It's a 13-point Minnesota lead. Now it is a 15-point Minnesota lead. Matt Bonner for 3, and that cuts it back to 12. So as we go in to the fourth quarter of play, it is 69-55, 14-point Minnesota lead. With a veteran team like the Spurs and them being on their home court, you can never count them out. You see Rubio with the pick, and there he goes again. Rubio getting another great layup to fall. 16-point advantage. Now Mills to Ginobili, but you see Andrew Wiggins with the big block, and now fast break for Minnesota. Wiggins throwing up a lob, but it was a bad lob. And as you see, now the Spurs and Ginobili left-hand jam for Ginobili, and they try to make the comeback, but is it too little too late? Kevin Martin for 3, and it's a 17-point Minnesota lead. Minnesota running away with this. Now it is 16-point lead. Parker for 3, and he cuts the lead down with a minute to go. 13-point lead. Now Parker again on the fast break. Pulls up, hits the 3, and it's now a 10-point lead. Parker trying to make the comeback, but it is too little too late. They do come back, but not all the way. It ended up being an 85-77 Minnesota win. A great win over the defending champs. Tony Parker ends up with 22 points. Manu Ginobili with 20 points. And for your Minnesota Timberwolves, Rubio with 11 points and 12 assists. Pekovic, 8 boards. And Andrew Wiggins, 22 points. Anyway, thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Feedback is always appreciated, good or bad. I love talking to you guys, telling me what you think off my channel. Also, follow me on Twitter for all the latest news and updates on all the latest videos. Check back for more videos. You guys are truly awesome. Have a great day, guys. Sportsmaster out. Peace.